Hello, my name is Brian Canning. I'm a contributing editor with Motor Age magazine, and today I want to talk to you about your insistence, I suppose, on doing things the same way you've always done them, but somehow expecting a better, different result. I'm suggesting that many of us, me among them, would consider that to be a bit of insanity. That you would do the same thing that you've done the way you've always done it, but somehow miraculously we're going to get a different result. So I guess in today's conversation I want to talk about the need for change. Automotive repair industry is if anything, changeable. And we as automotive repair professionals need to be adaptable and flexible and change with that need. Not too long ago, I am old enough that I witnessed an entire generation of technicians that were left with a decision. Vehicles were changing. The diagnostics and the skill set involved in repairing and servicing vehicles was changing, and technicians had a choice. They either adapt to those changes, they either change with those vehicles and what those requirements were, or they find a different way to make a living. A technician, I would say, a more brutal environment. You either have the right skill set and the ability to repair those vehicles, or you're not going to be successful. And us in the management end, the ownership end of the automotive repair industry, as much as we want to say we have a tough time of it, I think the technicians in that environment, and even in many cases the environment today, have it much tougher, because it's very black and white. Either you have the skill, you have the knowledge, and you have the ability to perform, or you're not going to be successful. The good news is that in most cases the technicians adapted. That they did what they had to do for their career, and they got better. They adjusted their knowledge, skills, and got better and more comfortable with the changing technology. We as automotive shop owners and service managers need to do the same thing. Just in the last, say, 6 or 8 years, maybe we'll just say since the 2008 and the Great Recession, things have changed incredibly. I was looking at some information from a position I held in the early 2000s. I was running a large fleet. I had 16 or 18 technicians. And I remember talking to, I had an administrative support person, in essence a secretary, I guess you would call him, and he was looking on Yahoo to find something, and I gave him a name of a new search engine. It was called Google. He'd never heard of it before, and that was in, I'm going to guess, somewhere around 2002, and we've come a long way even since then. And my suggestion here is that the way that we, certainly the way we service and repairs vehicles have changed. The technology demands that we change and adapt to that change. But the way we manage our shops, the tools that are available to help us manage our shops have changed dramatically. The way we market and advertise has changed dramatically. In that 2000-2003 time frame, there was still that large yellow book, and in fairly dramatic fashion, that yellow book is nothing more than a doorstop. I would acknowledge that they deliver it to my house every year, but I would tell you, I as a consumer have not opened up that yellow book in, I would say, probably 10 years. The way that we market, we advertise, we interact with our customers is a complete transformation from what it was a generation ago. It's another example as we as automotive repair professionals need to change and adapt. And in most cases we have. I get very, very concerned when I talk to shop owners and service managers that they very assertively say, I've been doing it this way for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. What are you going to tell me? Well, I'm going to tell you a lot. The very real truth is that the average shop in the U.S. is underperforming, is cash sales starved, profit starved, and in most cases underperforming. We are not as productive as we need to be. We're not as profitable as we need to be. And not everything, not all of it is driven by, but a good portion of that is driven by our inflexibility and our unwillingness to change. Our environment in the automotive repair industry is one driven by change. And we need to be willing, as automotive repair professionals, willing to make those changes, the changes that our customers demand, that our business demands for us to be viable and long-lasting, that the technology of the vehicles we work on demands, the way we train, the way we interact with our employees, the way we communicate, all have changed. We need to change with that. So if there's one takeaway out of today's conversation is don't pursue that insanity. Your knowledge, your ability is important. It's critical. But in with that, we have to find ways to do things better, more effectively, if we want to be viable, long-lasting, and be here a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Thank you.